Hello dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My today's video is about different Android apps that can be used as physics virtual labs. The three top apps you can see on the screen, they are the physics virtual lab apps. But before opening these apps and showing them to you, let me tell you one thing, that instead of installing games on your mobile and giving it to your kids to play with games, I would suggest you people install applications like these that I'm going to show you today. Your kids will enjoy these apps as well as they will learn different experiments and they will gain some knowledge from these apps. The first app on the screen that you can see is called Physics Lab. The second one is Physics Virtual Lab, and the third one is by the name of PET, P-H-E-T. So let me open the first app. Okay, once the application is opened, you will see three different things here. The first is astrophysics, the second is circuit, the third one is electromagnets. So now let's start from astrophysics. So click on astrophysics. And there are four options on the right side. The topmost is the date. Here the date is 2018 January 1st. Below that is the pause and start button. You can see with two perpendicular lines. Below that is the speed of the simulation. That is here the simulation is 60 seconds per year. Means that 1 year in this simulation will be equal to 60 seconds. When 60 seconds are passed, that would be considered as 1 year in this simulation. The lowermost on the right side option is a plus symbol. The plus symbol will make you appear images of planets and stars, etc. So now you are seeing the pictures of planets, and if you see above the planets, you will see that there are options like stars, satellites, random planets. So if you click on stars, you will see the images of stars. Some of them are locked. The third option is satellites. From the planets, let's take the Jupiter planet. Here, just press your finger on any planet and then drag it into the sky. So now you can see we have put the Jupiter in the sky. Now let's again press on plus and take another planet, like for example I am taking now Neptune. So press on Neptune and drag it into the sky. Now you can see that both of these planets are attracting each other. Actually the Jupiter is bigger, so it will attract Neptune towards itself. The arrow you can see is indicating its direction of motion. You can zoom in with two fingers on your mobile. So just you can zoom in or zoom out with your two fingers. Just zoom in and you can see that the planet is spinning, the Jupiter one, and the other planet, the Neptune, is being dragged by or attracted by this Jupiter. So after a few seconds it will collide. Okay, now let's see above the plus symbol there is written 60, which is the simulation speed. So let's increase it a little. Now it has increased, and it will the speed of the Neptune towards Jupiter will now increase. No, it will decrease. So let's increase it. Okay, now it is faster than before, because 1 year is now equal to 30 seconds. Okay, collision happened. Okay, now let me show you the left side menu. On the left side, the topmost is an angular bracket directing towards the left side. If you click on it, it will take you to the previous menu. Below that, you will see three lines. So now click on these three lines and it will show you that different option. The first option is empty desktop. The second is the save experiment. If you want to save your simulation, you can save that. The third one is the load experiment. Now let's load one of the experiments. For example, the first experiment is solar system. So click on solar system and then click OK. Now this is the solar system. You can see its simulation. Okay, now let's come to the right side. The topmost thing is date. So you can see the date is moving very quickly. Now it is 2019 and 10th month, and then now it is now 11th. Now let's decrease the speed of the simulation. Now it is slow. Okay, now it is December 22, December 23, December. So it will show you the location of these planets on that date in your solar system. Okay, this can pause the simulation, or you can restart this simulation. Okay, let's zoom in to this simulation and let's increase the speed of this simulation. The simulation is now increased, and let's add any other planet. For example, I'm adding Jupiter, the second Jupiter, to this solar system, and you can see the Jupiter is moving towards the sun. Okay, yes, Jupiter has been absorbed by the sun. Now let's again add Jupiter, but push it so that it can gain some velocity. So here I'm putting it here, but now I'm pushing it with my finger so that it can gain some velocity. So it has gained velocity again. No, okay, now it will be moving in this line. It has gained some velocity. So the new Jupiter planet, it can collide with planets if it come across any other planet on its way. Now no collision. Okay, now let's come towards the fourth option on the left side menu with a blue box written on it is AR, that is augmented reality. So now click on that augmented reality. You will enter into the sky. So it says that celestial portal, or you can enter into the sky around you. So let me first click on this sky around you. Okay, it says try to look forward. You can just see the sky, the solar system simulating in front of you, and also you can see the room where you are sitting in the camera. You can just stand up and stood up, and now you can move your mobile to the left or right, and you can see an augmented reality different planets. So now I'm seeing this Uranus and Jupiter. You can go forward and go closer to these planets. Okay, now let me show you, like this is sun above me, and if you stand up and go closer to the sun, just go forward and you will come close to the sun, and you are inside sun now. Look, this is Jupiter. This is the Jupiter second one, which we just added to the solar system. Look at the Mars. It's moving, it's going near the window. Look at this Jupiter. Okay, it's coming towards me. Okay, now let's click on the topmost button on the left side to go back to the menu, and then again click on that menu to go back to home. Okay, now we have come to the home. Again click on AstroPhysics. Okay, the three lines, empty desktop. Okay, and now let's add a star, for example sun, to the sky, and now add another star, for example the blue giant, you will see that one of the, that is sun, is moving towards the blue giant, and now it will collide with this sun. Okay, it has made a collision with the sun. Now go back to home, and now let's click on the circuit, the second one. So this is the circuit menu. Now click on these three lines and go to empty desktop. Okay, so now you can add to this table different options, like you can add a battery here. So this is battery. Now let's add a bulb here. So this is bulb. Let's add another battery. Let's connect these batteries together. Click on these two terminals, and then a wire will be automatically added. Now click on this one, and then on that one another line added. Click here, so the bulb is now turned on. Okay, now you can go to the augmented reality, and you can see this in your camera in reality. So click on the right side menu's last option, which is the augmented reality AR, the blue box. So I clicked on it, and now I click on the laboratory settings. So click on this blue box. Okay, now this is the door. The door is opened. Now stand up and move forward. You will see that you are actually entering a room. Okay, I have entered the room, and I'm going towards the table. Okay, yeah, this is the table where all our setup. So you can just go closer to this bulb, and you can really go closer to this bulb. Yeah, I'm very close. Now you can actually touch these things. You can see these two batteries, and you can actually move those batteries with your fingers. This is the bulb. Okay, you're very close to this laboratory setting. This is a very beautiful virtual laboratory. This is the board. Now let's click on the topmost option on the right side, circuit diagram. Okay, in which people add circuits, but with symbols, not with real things. So these are just symbols of the circuits. You can see the plus symbol again you can use to make things appear and hide. Now let's go back, and now let's come towards the last option, that is electromagnets. So now we are in the electromagnets. Now let's click on this plus symbol and add some negative charge, for example, here, and then let's add a positive charge. Okay, so you can see that there is some attraction, and there are lines that pass from one to the other. Okay, now let's speed up the simulation. 0.1 second per second, and again click on this plus symbol. Now add a positive test charge, for example, and there is a magnetostatic. You can take this bar magnet and add it into the field. Okay, just rotate and see what happens. Okay, what's this? Uniform magnetic field. If you want to add. So now let's open another application, which is called Physics Virtual Lab. So click on that, Physics Virtual Lab. Now here you can see different options. The first one is about light, the second is mechanic, the third is electricity and magnetism, waves, and then thermodynamic, and then quantum mechanics. So let's see one by one. First, light. If you click on light, you will see different sub-menu options, for example, concave mirror, convex mirror, concave mirror, focus, etc., etc. And now let's click on the first option, that is concave mirror. So once you click on concave mirror, a virtual lab will be opened, and here you can change different options. You can see on the right side menu two pink color bars, you can just drag those pink color bars. One represents the P and other represents the F. So you can just slide them forward or backward and see the effect on the real experiment. Now go back, click on another option like concave lens, for example. Okay, this is a lens setting. Increase the P value, decrease it, and then F value. Okay, the physics people can better understand what P and what F mean than what are lenses. Okay, 2 mirrors, color mix. For example, click on this color mix. This is color mixing. Let's see how it affects. You can just slide these points forward and backward and see the effects. Okay, go back and now come to the mechanic. In the mechanic, let's see the like projectile, and inside the projectile you can see a ball is being thrown. Now let's increase the initial speed and click on start. Okay, you can see this simulation, and now let's increase the angle as well, and then again click on start. Now the angle is increased. So this is a very beautiful virtual lab for students of schools, colleges, and even of universities and PhD students. So your kids can play with these apps and can enjoy them and can learn many things in very early life. Go back, click on this Athord machine. Let's see what Athord machine is. Yeah, this is Athord machine. Here you can see, dragging these options and then click on start, you can see the effect. Now let's go back again, and now let's come to the electricity and magnetism, and then come to a simple circuit. For example, I'm just showing you this circuit. This is a simple circuit. Okay, you can drag this thing and you can see the light is turned off now. And if you drag it to the left side, you can see the light is the brightness of the light is increasing. Okay, go back. Generator. Okay, this is generator and this is Faraday law, and you can see the Faraday law. The magnet is rotating and you can see the effect of magnet on the needle in the galvanometer or whatever you can call it. Okay, go back, and then you can click on this waves. Inside waves, for example, there are different experiments. Suspension, for example, superposition. Okay, now let's change this and start again. Change this wave, start again. Go back. Thermodynamic. Barometer. So this is a barometer. You can increase the height, decrease it, and then let's come to the last option, that is the quantum mechanics, and here the X-ray generation. And you can see X-rays are being generated by firing electrons on the anode from the cathode side. Okay, let's go back and exit, and now let's come towards the very beautiful application which is called PET. P-H-E-T. This is full of physics and chemistry and biology experiments. I like this application very much. Click on this PET. This is actually an online application. Okay, you can select language and categories, and then we have selected all category. If you click on category, you can search for chemistry experiments, math experiments, physics, physics motions, work, energy, and by grade level you can search. you can search by university, etc. Let's see the all options. Now there are different experiments like area model, multiplication, and the second is acid-base solutions. Let's click on this acid-base solutions and click on load. So as this application is online, so it will require the internet as well. So now click on the introduction. This is the introduction. You can change these things like strong acid, weak acid. Below the experiment you can see the reaction. Now click on this. This is litmus. Then you can go to this experiment, load it. You can see this is a balloon. You can just rub this balloon. It is taking the negative charge from the sweater and it is being added up to the balloon, and now the balloon is attracted by the sweater. And you can then see the effect of balloon on the right side thing, and it is repelling the negative charge once it comes close to that sheet. Go back. Now let's see this one. Load it. This is another experiment, and you can see you can add like battery, a bulb, and then a wire. Okay, connect it. Connect on this side of the battery, and take another wire, connect another terminal of the bulb with another terminal of the light. You can see the bulb is turned on now. Now let's go back and go to another experiment. Like this is another experiment. Load it. It's loaded. Single bulb or RGB bulb. This is single bulb. You can actually turn the bulb on or off. So now it's off and it's on. And you can change the color of the light. You can change the filter color. Okay, and then you can change the brain to see the brain of the person. Okay, now go to home again and RGB. Now you can see that you are firing blue color photons and then add up some green color photons and also add some red color photons, and you can see that the color the person will see, it is appearing above his head. Go back, and this is here. Okay, this is an interesting experiment. You can see this is a person. When you rub his shoe on the floor, you will see that electrons are being added up to his body, and then when the electrons are added to his body, then those electrons move out of his body towards the door knob once he touches the or bring his finger close to the knob. Again, rub his foot on the floor. You can see that the electrons are flowing from out of his body towards the knob. Okay, take his hand back and now add the electrons in his body. Okay, now these electrons cannot move out of his body because his finger is away from the door knob. Okay, now bring his finger close to the knob. You will see that the electrons are going out of his body. So these were some interesting applications that you can install in your mobile, and your kids can play and learn from these applications. So okay, thank you for watching my video. Bye.